Hello and welcome to part 2 of the Meghalaya, that is the Lower Division Assistant previous year math question. If you haven't watched part 1, you can click on the video appearing on your screen right now. However, you're absolutely welcome to continue with this video as well. With that being said, let's move on to our next question. Which of the following fraction is greater than 3/4 and less than 5/6? So we're given 4 options. Is it option A, option B, option C, or option D? Now from the question, we need to find a fraction, meaning from the option, which is greater than 3/4 and less than 5/6. So step number 1, we need to convert the boundary fraction into decimal. So from the question, we have 3/4. So let me convert it into decimal. You see that 3/4 equal to 0.75. What about the next fraction, which is less than 5/6 from the question? That will be approximately 0.8333. So 3/4 equal to 0.75 and 5/6 equal to 0.8333. So from the option, we need to find a fraction that is in between, meaning it is greater than 0.75 and it's less or smaller than 0.8333. So step 2, we need to convert the option into decimal. So let's start with option A. We have 2/3. That will give me 0.666, which is less than 0.75. So by definition, we know that it's incorrect. Let's move on to option B. It is 0.8. Now, if you look at option B, 0.8 is greater than 0.75 and it's less than 0.8333, which we know this worked, but we would like to check for the other option. Let's try option C, 1/2. That will give me 0.5, which is too small. What about option D? That's a mistake. 9/10. That would give me 0.9, which is too large. So we know that option B worked. So that would be the correct answer, which is 4/5. It's a fraction which is greater than 3/4 and less than 5/6. Let's try to solve this, but using a different approach or method, that is cross multiply. So we will select a option B, which we know that's correct. So that'll be 4/5. Now all I need to do is multiply with our question, that is 3/4 for the question. All I need to do is cross multiply them. So 4 times 4 will give me 16 and 5 times 3 will give me 15. So we can see that 16 is greater than 15. So 4/5 is bigger than 3/4. Let's move on to the next part of the question, which is 5/6. So if I do 4/5, which is option B, times, that is 5/6 less than 5/6, so it needs to be less. So it must meet that condition. So if I do cross multiplication, what is 4 times 6? That will give me 24, and 5 times 5 will give me 25. As you can see, 24 is less than 25. So 4/5 is smaller than 5/6. So this option B met the condition, which is greater than 3/4 and less than 5/6. So this approach is much faster. So in exam, if you ever come across this kind of question, you might want to consider using this method. There's even a faster method, which is elimination. Now, if you look closely at the option, fraction bigger than 3/4 must be closer to 1 or close to 1. Now, if you look at option A, 2/3 is too small. Option B, 1/2. Oh, my bad. It should be option C. 1/2 is very small. And option D, 9/10 is too big, but it's close to 1. And option B, 4/5 is a reasonable middle. So we can automatically see that the option B, which is 4/5 fraction, is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. Which of the following number is divisible by the HCF of 153 and 108? So we're given 4 options. So which among the number is divisible? Is it option A, option B, option C, or option D? Now, in order to solve this question, we need to find the HCF of 153 and 108. Now, we will use the Euclidean method. So we need to divide 153 by 108. So let me divide this number. So I have 153 divided by 108. So dividend would be 153. Divisor would be 108. Quotient would be 1, meaning 108 times 1 would give me 108. And if I subtract that, I will get the remainder of 45. So let me Substitute the value, 153 equal 108 times 1 plus 45. Now we need to repeat this process, which is divide by 108 by 45, which is the remainder. That will give me a remainder of 18. Same process, divide 45 by 18. That will give me a remainder of 9. Now we need to divide 18 by 9. Now 9 times 2 would be 18. That leaves a remainder of 0. So HCF would be equal to 9. Now we need to check which option is divisible by 9. Is it option A, option B, option C, or option D? Now the rule for divisibility by 9 is that we need to add the digit. So if the sum is divisible by 9, then the number is divisible by 9. So let's try option A. Let's try to add the digit. We have 3, 7, and 5. If you add those digits, that will give me 15. So 15 is not divisible by 9. What about option B? If I add those digits, I will get 15, which is not the case. There isn't any number which is divisible by 9. It will always leave a remainder, so we know that option B is incorrect. What about option C? If I try to add 5, 3, and 1, that would give me 9. So 9 is divisible by 9. So we know that option C, which is 5,301, is the number or the following number that is divisible by the HCF of 153 and 108. But let's try option D, which is 6,270. So if I add 6, 2, and 7, that would give me 15, not divisible by 9. So we know that option C is the correct answer, which is 5,301. Now let's try to solve this same question, but this time we would use the prime sense or prime method. We need to add the digit, that is 153. So if I add all those digits, that would give me 9. If I divide 153 divided by 9, that would give me 17. So 153 equal 9 times 17. What about the next digit? That is 108. If I add those, that would give me 9. So if I do 108 divided by 9, that would give me 12. So the common factor clearly is 9. As you could see, 153 equal to 9 and 108 equal to 9. So we don't even need to use the full factorization method. We just need to spot only 9 in the HCF of 153 and 108. Now check option using the divisibility rule of 9. We already add the digit 9. If the sum is divisible by 9, meaning number is divisible by 9. We already discussed that. So let's try option A. It will be the same process. Option B, same process. But this process doesn't use factorization and it saves a lot of time. So we know that option C is the correct answer. You could see this method is much faster and quicker. So final answer would be option C, that is 5,301. That's it for this video. We'll continue this Meghalaya, that is the Lower Division Assistant, previous year paper in part 3 and part 4. So make sure you stay tuned as we solve every question together. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support truly helps this channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.